悪霊退散.
This video is a cautionary tale of how I wrongly accused a rapper on Instagram of cheating in Tekken 8 and was fully prepared to bring down the might of the Tekken players upon them. But at the last second, I realized the error in my ways. This person fought back hard. They really wanted to prove their innocence. They raged.
You don't care about making videos about the new script that just came out. You don't care about making videos of who's cheating, of who's secretly cheating, who's blatantly cheating.
And even made a meme-style diss track on me.
Moonsault Slayer is now a moon pie. I watch your videos every night. Never meet your idols. I used to love you. I used to love you, you fucking moon pie.
But more importantly, they proved their innocence by the end of it. The streamer, the player, is also a rapper, going by the name of Iayze. They're also known as Top Kid Alias. By the way, all the links for them will be down below so you guys can support them, check out their content, participate in their Tekken streams, listen to their music, etc. With the introduction aside, this is where the story begins. In one place, with one message, with one DM. Hey man, this is super random and I don't know if there's much that can be done. But I played a cheater in Tekken 8 just now. I see he has a pretty big Twitch following, and when I went to call him out, his entire stream chat was defending it or didn't really know that it was obvious. It was obviously macros from the way it did the same reaction and low parries every time I did a low. And to all of that, I simply responded saying, thanks for reaching out. What is your gamer tag so I can look it up? This is where the journey began and where I made my first mistake while looking into this cheater allegation situation. Someone DM'd me and said that this guy was cheating. You guys know who this is? I don't know who this is. Their Twitch streams are deleted after the fact, so we can't like go back and look at the gameplay. When you look up Top Kid Alias on the Tekken website, you will see that he has 2 accounts, which honestly is not sus because I myself has 2 accounts, one on PlayStation and one on Steam. Something that we completely missed at the time is the person who's making these accusations has 5 accounts.
This is who told you I was cheating, by the way. This is who told you I was cheating, by the way. Yo, Moonsault, this is who told you I was cheating, by the way.
My initial thought when looking at the account is that there was no cheating. I'm gonna go ahead and say there's no cheating going on here. Supreme players accusing other Supreme players. However, that kind of changed when I seen one day there was 20 wins and 1 loss, which is insane at Supreme rank. That also combined with the high win rate and low amount of games made me look further into this. 153 ranked games already at Supreme. All right, we got to look at the replays. It could be a legacy account switching over.
I'm not a person who plays Tekken all day, every day. If you go through my Twitch, I play many other games, but I played Tekken since I was a fucking kid.
Looking at this in post, it's almost as if my subconscious was even telling me the guy is innocent, but ahead we went to the replays we watched. A 3-0 on a Brian Fury Supreme player on Coliseum, because Coliseum is an interesting stage because it's big, right? You can play defense more because of the size and you can punish more. So we'll be able to see if those cheats are there. The Gunnar outfit is most certainly there. Low. Hold on a second. Down on the 6th frame, 1-1-13. That's a different input that time. 5-2-1. Those are all different inputs. Wait. So you guys are saying it's perfect? Is this person a cheater off rip?
He's saying because I'm doing that move, I'm cheating.
You did a whole video to do that?
With all the evidence presented in front of you, it's obvious to tell that this guy is just really good at the game while also not being good at this game, Tekken 8. They have legacy skill, they have great execution. You know how good you gotta be to start off with 3 of these. Boom, boom, boom. That's very high level Tekken. But then if you have the skill to do that, you would have the skill to play a certain type of Tekken. And that certain type of Tekken doesn't entail you doing this right here. What is that heat smash? What is that heat burst?
Auto rage art like it's not one button. Like you don't gotta press one button to fucking rage art.
Which is something that raised our suspicion because a Supreme player with this kind of execution, but then dropping combos, those two things at the time made it seem like cheating. But with the full picture, you can see that this is just someone, like they said, has been playing since they were a kid, but then don't play Tekken 8 that much. And this is the interesting thing. There are so many different people who's playing this game and coming to Tekken 8.
I just want to stream me playing the game that I like. Sit back, turn on my controller, practice on Fight Pad, play whatever game I want to play without being falsely accused of cheating on a nigga's YouTube video where he has a lot of pull and motherfuckers saying, joining my stream every time I go live. You're a cheater. Aren't you a cheater? Aren't you the cheater? I've never had to cheat. You see how I play without cheats, so why would I fucking need them? Like what? I'm not even looking at the screen. I just need this media out there so when he posts his YouTube video, I can clap back on his retarded ass.
This might be a cheater.
I'm not allowed to pop a heat burst?
The reason why I'm adding all of this context and leaving all this stuff in here is because I want you guys to see how important it is that you be careful with throwing accusations around, because this honestly isn't the first time where someone came in my DM and said someone is cheating. It happened probably, I don't even know how many times, but in a lot of those situations, I was able to properly assess the situation and be like, no, this is not cheating. But in this one instance, it was almost dire, bro. And looking at all of this stuff, even now, I still feel like ruined his whole day, his whole night. Had him stressing about this. This is the thing where it's like, as a content creator, you definitely have to be more careful with accusations. This is usually why I don't throw them around, and when I do, I try to be certain. But this one, I was certainly wrong. Oh, is that that has to be a cheat. Oh no, oh no, you crouched and punished that. I don't know what rank there actually are, because I don't know how many of these string, look, did it again. I don't know how many of these string inputs are the cheater and the person. Like that low parry, look, low parry into a drop combo. So this person may be like, maybe red rank or something. Was that a punish again? Down for 2, -7. Jab, immediately crouches and kills. So the cheat isn't punishing. Yeah, the cheat isn't punishing, but it is going under strings. It didn't go under that string. Why though? So it does. So when you do a string that starts off non-high, it doesn't. God. Oh, even the whiff jab, it's tearing up jabs. Now, the analyzing of gameplay lasted a little while longer, with us taking note of how fast the inputs were moving, how many low parries there was, some of the throw breaks, and also, of course, him killing every single jab that the Brian Fury threw out.
First game on with my hand in the camera. They ain't gonna get this. They ain't gonna believe it. They gonna say I'm cheating. They gonna say, nigga, you was pre-streaming.
With that, we came to the conclusion that this person was cheating, which they are most certainly not. And from there, we started to do more research into who this person was, because if you remember earlier in the video, I was told that this person's a big streamer. So my question was, why have I never heard of them if they're a big streamer playing Tekken? This is where the second great mistake was made. This is where the witch hunt began. In doing research on Iayze, we discovered this person had a Twitch, which is where it all started. They also have a Kick with about 40,000 followers. And then also when you look up the name on YouTube, there's a couple of YouTube channels that's associated with the name. And then lastly, we noticed the Instagram and also the rap career. In doing our research, we fixated on these collaborations that Iayze had with Lil Yachty and also Blackboy Max. And this was going to be the centerpiece of the Exposed video that was being produced at the time. He was on a stream with Blackboy Max.
All right, look, K-Sign, you judging with Iayze, Duty. Basically, bro, you just gotta say which song you like better.
Lil Yachty, bro, what's this guy's name? Bro, make a video? Yeah, I'm gonna make a video. This video's going up tomorrow, bro. Clout Salt Slayer, well, this is more so funny than anything. But yeah, all content creators want clout. Look, I'm about to be in a Drake zone dissing now. Top Kid, Iayze, trying to come at me for cheating. If he do it in real life, he gonna get a beating.
I'm smoking key lime pie, ready to drop hands and feet on a bitch.
When Iayze got wind of all of this, he was very, very upset. full of rage, full of anger, full of hatred. And honestly, it was all justified.
I might use my controller, I might use the fight stick. I mean fight pad. Fucking puny noob, I'm using a fight pad. I'm still trying to learn the fight pad. You catch me on the fight pad, you might beat my ass.
Situations like these is a really good learning lesson, which is why I wanted to make the video. When you think that you're in the right, you will go to great lengths to do anything. And honestly, we could be very harsh to one another, unfair to one another, unjust to one another. But also, you gotta have that part of you that knows when to throw in the towel. When you're faced with undeniable evidence and when you're faced with the truth, you gotta pull back. You gotta admit where you're wrong and you gotta apologize. But we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Right before I ended my video, there was one person who showed up and they started to defend Iayze. I think you're generally special if you think he's cheating. Go look at his stats. You guys must be defenders of his because we literally have the gameplay, bro. There's no need to look at stats. We have the gameplay. We can see. This is his gameplay right here. We can see his inputs. See, when the guy told me that people were defending him, now I'm starting to see it. This is like the third person that showed up in a Twitch chat who's defending him. It's like the third person who showed up who's defending him. This story may be bigger than we think, though, because people are showing up and defending this guy like crazy. No need to look at the stats. No. I'm not saying we didn't look at his stats. We already looked at his stats. You think I didn't do this already, bro? I looked at his stats already. Soon after discovering all of this, I was preparing to make a tweet and a YouTube video that would both be posted at the same exact time. And I ended my stream in order to prepare both of those things. At the time, we wrote this person off and we did not listen to them, but they were right and they were also trying to warn us. We did not listen, so they did the next best thing, the next logical thing.
Alright, yo, so I'm watching this shit you sent me. This nigga's fucking dumb.
At that same time, I walked away from my computer. When I came back multiple hours later and I found that it did not lock and shut itself off like it's supposed to, I was searching to figure out why my computer is still open. And at that point in time, I realized that Iayze was now streaming, but I was completely unaware of everything that transpired before. I was unaware of the diss track.
Moonsault Slayer, you are a moon pie. Moonsault Slayer is now a moon pie. I watch your videos every night. Never meet your idols.
Now, mind you, my computer was just on and I was AFK the whole entire time all of this was happening.
I used to love you, you fucking moon pie. I used to love you. I watch you every night. Go to sleep watching you, nigga.
When I came back, this is what Iayze was doing.
Yeah, you're a fucking dork.
And before I could sign in to Twitch Turbo to rewind the stream to see what happened, the stream was over. And I was left with only a couple of clips to look at and figure out what happened, but it didn't tell me much. I continued with the plans of making my video until I was notified that they began posting on their main Instagram account a video showing their hand cam to disprove the cheating allegations, posting to their story on Instagram to disprove the cheating allegations. But then after that, they went live once more to further prove they were not cheating. This stream I was able to catch.
I make music and I play games when I want to chill. I got so much going on. This, that, and the next thing, I don't come home to sit down and get validation on Tekken by cheating. I love the game too much to even risk getting banned off it.
I am not perfect, not by a long shot, but I know when to admit when I'm wrong. I may be stubborn, I may be hard-headed, but I'm not evil. And even if I walk away damaged from it, I will still do the right thing. Iayze, aka Top Kid Iayze, is a really good player, even though they don't have all the knowledge of Tekken 8, and they're also a good content creator. But I also think that maybe you guys can help them out. Go to his stream, show him some love. Iayze got kind of a rude introduction to the Tekken community, so let's do one better. Let's go there and show him some support. Hopefully all of you watching this can learn from me, learn from my mistakes, and be better when it comes to accusing people of doing anything